You see, there are some things you walk through that you can't just heal from. Some wounds that rip you apart that can't be just easily stitched back together. It ripped it to pieces where what once was now no longer exists. Decimated, destroyed, disappeared. Now, I am a daughter of the Most High. Abba is my everything and all things and my everything. I confess the word, I declare it, I intercede through all watches of the night. I can tell you the sounds the house makes when it settles at 1 a.m. once midnight prayer is finished. Or how by 4 a.m. there is a random solitary bird that coos softly in the wind and the trees in the backyard. Or how by 7 a.m. I can smell the sun coming up. Yes, smell. Without even glancing at the window, I can sense its ascension. And another day begins. Another day to believe, profess the word, and intercede, and then do it all over again. I don't feel unhealed. No. Actually, I feel quite whole. Like in the way you've put the pieces of something together. The picture is complete, but you just don't like the picture that was formed. Or like when you spend hours trying to do your hair. You finish it, you just don't like the way it came out. That's what the aftermath of this feels like. You do the right things. You believe. You protected. Every box was ticked, with many tears shed. I am whole, and yet I do not like the image of what the result was. So just like when you stare at that image of yourself in the mirror, and you know that you've tried your best with that style, it's just that now you've outgrown the look, or you have outgrown your hair, if that's even possible. And so you know that a change is looming. You shave it off, you color it, you lock it, you mullet it, whatever, just anything to change the root of what you are working with. So it is in this aftermath where the image is either fight to the death or accept what was lost. And neither image is okay with me. Neither works. And the time of accepting one or the other also no longer works. You say maybe you need healing, and I say no, I need justice. You say maybe a mani, a petty. I say no, I need justice. You suggest a book or a movie, take your mind off of it. And I stare at you like you fell from space. And I say no, I need justice. You see, many of the things we run to process or do body work or create me time for were never meant to be solved or dealt with in the space of the quote-unquote healing modalities that we have created. You see, the devil meant it to be a bloody hole in the heart. But Abba, our Abba, he has a funny sense of seeing things another way. The bloody hole the devil meant, the Lord sees it as an open door, an opportunity to solve something, see an issue that's likely always been there. But the ones who passed through before you were likely told the same thing about healing and trusting God. And maybe that answer to come to fix things will appear on the other side of eternity. The other side of eternity. That phrase always makes me chuckle. I feel like as Christians, we love to give up so easily that any big loss is always never solved here, but always on the other side of eternity. You mean God gave us His Holy Spirit, put all of us on this green earth with our intelligence and resources and connections and faith backed with His mighty hand, and we are still saying answers will only ever come on the other side of eternity? I don't think that way. I don't think I ever have. You see, when that wily devil creates havoc and pain in our lives, and we say, quote unquote, only healing will fix this, we make that pain a personal experience. It's like saying something that did not come from you are now responsible to repair it. But repair it only with yourself and only through yourself in some weird closed system. So even after you have lost, you now must take more from yourself to fix a wound that you did not create. It sounds like some kind of illogical fallacy. And so what do when you don't like either option? For me, I create a new one. You see, I think we make it too easy for abusive men or mothers or fathers or grandparents to hide in the church. I think we make it too hard for survivors to report and get help. And the number one reason for that, I believe, is that many of you can't spot the kinds of abuse that we will begin to see cropping up here in the coming years. Because there is a layer of it that demands your spirituality, your discernment, your intimacy with who the real God is, how He is, and how He loves. It's like a counterfeit bill. If you've never learned what the original one looks like, you will miss it when the counterfeit is presented. And I think the number two reason we make it too easy on abusers and hard for survivors is that many of you don't know what justice looks like. You have lost things before, and you have comforted yourself with the words of on the other side of eternity. And so you tell it to the next one who comes along. You see, in Abba's economy, justice is the foundation of His throne. But it is also something He expects that we create. When Isaiah writes in Isaiah 59, truth is missing, and whoever turns from evil becomes prey. The Lord looked and was displeased that there was no justice. He saw that there was no man. He was amazed that there was no one to intercede. That was verse 15 and 16 in Isaiah 59. Those words always get me. Can you imagine that? That Yahweh looked down and was surprised that no one had done anything. His hand only came out because He saw that we had done nothing. And here we are. We look for Him to move first. And He has asked us, why haven't we gone first? Why haven't we done something? But in these short lines also is a quick shadow of the Lord's idea of justice. He says, truth was missing. Whoever tries to do right becomes a target. And God saw there was no justice, and this made Him unhappy. There is a correlation, a connection between the presence of truth and the fulfillment of justice, and that people must not be threatened or targeted or hunted because they spoke the truth, walked the truth, and did the right thing. So anywhere there is an absence of justice and the absence of the ability to do the right thing, there is no justice there. But abusers and wicked men, they know this. So they try to stop what you create. They try to block your ability to tell what happened. They try to suffocate the truth, intimidate it, wear you out, or silence you. So as I stare at the bloody hole, open door of my heart, I know that bringing forth His justice must start with truth. Stories, what happened, not just for myself, but for others who have walked this very road. And so with that, let's begin.